Hello. Have you ever looked at your plate and thought, I know I need to eat better, but I don't want to turn my whole life into weighing chicken breast and counting lettuce leaves? If you're a man over 50 and trying to lose weight, especially around the belly, eating better can feel confusing. One guy says to cut carbs, another guy says to eat only meat. Someone else says to fast for 18 hours. Another person says never eat after 7 p.m. After a while, you're standing at the kitchen thinking, forget it. I'll just make a sandwich. Today, I want to make this simple. I'm going to give you one healthy habit and one simple meal tip that can help you start eating better without making your life miserable. The habit is this: build your meal around protein first. That's it. My name is Jeff. I'm here to talk to men over 50, like me, who have tried many times to diet and exercise to lose weight and stopped, like me. Before you worry about carbs, calories, fancy recipes, supplements, or whatever your food is perfect, start by asking one question: where's the protein? For men over 50, this is a big deal. Protein helps you feel full. Protein helps support muscle. Protein can make your meal more satisfying. Protein gives your body something useful to work with, especially if you're walking, strength training, or trying to get back in shape. And here's why this matters after 50. As we get older, we naturally tend to lose muscle if we do not use it and support it. That means strength training matters, but food matters also. If you are trying to lose weight and you do not want just the scale to go down, you want to lose fat while keeping as much muscle as possible. That's the goal, because nobody wants to lose 20 pounds and just become a smaller, weaker version of himself. We want to lose body fat, improve energy, get stronger, move better, and feel more confident. So simple meal tip is what I call a protein first plate. Here's how it works. When you sit down to eat, build your plate in this order. First, protein. Second, vegetables or fruit. Third, a small carbohydrate if you want one. Fourth, a small amount of healthy fat. That's the whole framework. So let's break it down. Step 1, choose your protein. This could be eggs, chicken, turkey, fish, lean beef, Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, tuna, beans, lentils. A protein shake if you need something quick. Do not overcomplicate this. You do not need a shelf-prepared meal. You just need a solid protein source. For breakfast, that could be eggs and Greek yogurt. For lunch, it could be chicken or turkey. For dinner, it might be fish, lean beef, chicken, or beans. The key is to stop building your meal around bread, chips, crackers, cereal, pasta, or whatever is fastest. Those foods are not evil, but they are the foundation on most meals. It's easy to overeat and still feel hungry later. Protein gives the meal structure. Now step 2. Add vegetables or fruit. This is where a lot of men over 50 need to improve, and I'm saying that with love. A lot of us grew up thinking vegetables were something pushed to the side of the plate, right next to whatever we were trying to avoid as kids. But vegetables and fruit help add volume, fiber, nutrients, and color to your meals. That matters when you're trying to lose weight. Why? Because you can eat a decent amount of vegetables without blowing up your calories. You feel like you actually ate something. So instead of eating a small plate of diet food and then being hungry an hour later, you build a meal that has protein and produce. Some examples are eggs with spinach and berries, chicken with a big salad, turkey burger with roasted vegetables, Greek yogurt with berries, tuna with carrots, cucumbers, and an apple, lean beef with green beans and a baked potato. Nothing weird, nothing extreme, just real food. Step 3, add a small carbohydrate. Now let's talk about carbs for a second. Carbs are not the enemy. The problem is usually the type of carbs, the portion size, and how often we eat them. There is a big difference between a reasonable serving of potatoes with dinner and standing over the counter eating half a bag of chips while saying, I'll start on Monday. Small carbs would be potatoes, sweet potatoes, rice, beans, oats, whole grain bread, or fruit, or corn. Whole grain pasta is a reasonable amount. If you're active, walking, lifting weights, or doing workouts, your body can use carbs. But here's the trick. Do not let the carbs take over the plate. Protein first, vegetables or fruits second, carbs third. That order helps you stay in control. Step 4. Add a healthy fat, but keep it reasonable. Healthy fats can be good, but they can be easily to overdo. Things like olive oil, avocado, nuts, peanut butter, and cheese can add flavor and help a meal feel satisfying. But the portions matter. A little olive oil is great. Half the bottle is not a strategy. A handful of nuts is fine. 3 handfuls while watching TV can become a problem fast. So include fats, but respect them. Now let's give you a simple plate example. Dinner could be grilled chicken, green beans or salad, a baked potato, a little butter or olive oil. That's not complicated. Another example. Lean ground beef, mixed vegetables, rice, salsa or seasoning. A third one. Eggs, Greek yogurt, berries, a piece of whole grain toast. A fourth one. Tuna, cottage cheese, carrots, apple slices, a few crackers. They're not fancy meals, that's the point. Men over 50 do not need a complicated meal plan that requires 38 ingredients and a second mortgage. You need repeatable meals. Meals you can make when you're tired. Meals you can make when you're busy. Meals you can make without needing to become a full-time nutrition expert. Because consistency beats complexity. Here's the health habit I want you to try this week. At 1 meal per day, build a protein-first plate. Not every meal, not your whole diet, not a total life makeover. Just 1 meal per day. Pick the easiest meal. For a lot of men, breakfast is the best place to start. Instead of just toast, cereal, coffee, add a protein. Have eggs. Have Greek yogurt. Have cottage cheese. Have leftover chicken if you do not care for what breakfast is supposed to look like. There's no breakfast police. If it works, it works. When you start the day with protein, you may notice you're not as hungry later. You may snack less. You may feel more health steady. You may have better control at lunch. That's how weight loss after 50 starts to become realistic. Not because one meal magically fixes everything, but because one better meal can lead to a one better choice. And one better choice repeated often enough becomes a better habit. Now let's talk about belly fat. If your goal is to lose belly fat, just like me, this meal strategy can help because it makes it easier to control your calories without feeling like you're starving. But I want to be clear. You cannot pick where the fat comes off first. Your body decides that. So the goal is not, I'll eat this one meal and my belly will disappear. The goal is, I'll eat in a way that helps me lose overall body fat, build muscle, and stay consistent. Over time, the belly can come down, but it's the daily patterns that matter. Walking helps, strength training helps, protein helps. Sleep helps. Better portions help. Less late night snacking helps. Less sugary drinks helps. It all works together. And the protein first plate is one of the easiest places to start. Now here's where a lot of men mess up. They try to be perfect. They say, I'm cutting out everything. No bread, no sugar, no eating out, no joy, no fun, just discipline. And that lasts about 4 days. Then one bad meal turns into a bad weekend. And then the bad weekend turns into, well, I blew it. No, you did not blow it. You had a meal. Get back to the plan. The goal is not perfection. The goal is to make your normal meals better. If you eat 3 meals per day, that's 21 meals per week. You do not have to make all 21 perfect. Start by improving 7 of them. One better meal per day. That's the realistic beginning. After a couple weeks, improve 2 meals per day. Then maybe you start paying attention to portions. Then maybe you start adding more walking. Then maybe you start adding strength training twice a week. This is how a man over 50 changes. Not with panic, with steady action. So here's your challenge. For the next 7 days, build one protein first plate every day. Use this simple formula. Protein first, vegetables or fruits second, smart carb third, healthy fat in a reasonable amount. That is it. No drama, no crash diet, no shame. Just one better meal. While you're at it, pay attention to how you feel. Are you less hungry? Do you snack less? Do you have more energy? Do you feel more in control? Because that feeling of control matters. We are trying to lose weight after 50, especially around the belly. You need wins. Small wins, daily wins, repeatable wins. This is one of those wins. If your goal is to get in shape before Christmas, this is the kind of habit that can move you in the right direction. You do not need to change everything today, but you do need to start. So at your next meal, ask yourself one question. Where's my protein? Build from there, and remember, you are not too old to change. You are not too far gone. You do not need to become perfect. You just need to become consistent. Start one protein first plate today. Your future self will thank you. Bye. If you like this, like, subscribe, and share.